Everybody tough. I mean, everybody. Green Bay, they beat them in the last 3 seconds. I mean, at Oakland hit a shot with 1 second on the clock, coming the length of the court. I mean, this team has lost those games, and they probably should have about 4 or 5 wins. They just haven't figured it out at the end yet. And the problem is you don't want to figure it out on your court. So we know the importance of this game. As a coach, well, I gotta do is get that across your time. That's
Youngstown loses Thursday, and they're playing for first place on Saturday. You know, as long as you take care of business.
Could be.
As a coach, do you just take them one game at a time, or do you permit your mind
not
to wander?
even close to go beyond.
No?
Not even close.
You don't let your mind wander?
I can't let it. You know, who was I talking to on the phone? I was talking to somebody yesterday. He said, well, you know, who was the guy I'm talking to?
Jerry Myers.
Jerry. You know, what about that game, Green Bay? You know, I know you don't want to look ahead, but hey, Green Bay, get off of Green Bay. We got UIC coming in here because that's a dangerous team. They're looking for a win. They have nothing to lose. They have literally nothing to lose.
Vice versa, in terms of maybe being able to decipher how one team can win or lose.
Well, the Green Bay has height, and so they crash the offensive board. So that's going to be hard. That's one of Youngstown's weaknesses. Because I think our game we had about 15 offensive rebounds in that game. I think they're now they play a lot of zone, which is going to make Green Bay shoot it from the outside. They got to be able to hit their shots, but they counter that by going to the offensive glass, getting rebound. So they both. I mean, it's a weird kind of game because what Youngstown tries to do is outscore you, and if they can score, they got a chance in that game against that team. Because the zone will hold back Green Bay a little bit, but they got to keep them off the glass.
Be the reason. The out-of-conference schedule that you played and the Spanish trip or the overseas trip, how much did that help?
That's a great question. I thought it helped immensely, and I'm going to tell you why. We lost about 4 games in the out-of-conference that were to the last minutes that our guys learned from. They really learned a lot from those games. I mean, and not only in the sense that they try to identify what they did wrong, they talk about it, and they're trying to avoid it.
Drexel, Toledo.
Yeah. Kentucky, they don't really talk about it anymore because Kentucky, you know, that didn't have all our guys because Charlie didn't play that game. It was a great game for him. But I'll tell you the games they talk about. They talk about the Drexel. They talk about the Toledo, and they talk about San Francisco. These are games they felt that was theirs to win, and they let it get out of hand and get them involved. That's been his mindset, and he's taken on that, and he also knows he's got to put the pressure on the point guard, and that it was halfway of a struggle last year. This year he tried to put some more emphasis on that. So the scoring and the shooting was secondary to Charlie. In this game, he's seen an opening. And he said, and I'm talking about Oakland first, he's seen an opening that this guy is not putting the pressure on him, so he starts shooting it. And he started feeling it, and it was over. The thing that you will know about Charlie is if you come to practice, you may leave and go away saying, that kid may be their best shooter. But he's a very unselfish basketball.
You've had teams go